It's been 25 years since we first saw Beauty and the Beast as a Disney-adapted musical, and now we are looking at the live-action film with a brand new extended TV trailer. Let's roll it.
The master's not as terrible as he appears.
I say we kill the beast!
Think of the one thing you've always wanted. Find it in your mind's eye and feel it in your heart.
Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
So that is the live-action adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. I did say it was a musical off the top. I actually don't know if it's a musical that's fully sung. But
sorry, I didn't mean to that was so rude.
No. Like
I'm
thought
so sorry.
we should be, as
we don't know.
accurate as possible.
Transparency, folks. We don't know if it's going to be a musical or not because
I've seen no indication that they're singing.
For their past live-action remakes, they've kind of straddled the line. They had Bill Murray humming Bare Necessities. They never went full musical, and I think a lot of fans have criticized them for that.
He sang Bare Necessities, and we had the King Louis song. It was in a really threatening way. Oh, we do. It was real threatening. So maybe we'll have something in there. It looked like they were singing Gaston at some point when they were in the tavern.
Right, and I know that Emma Watson is supposed to do some singing. So I'm full musical?
I don't know if it's a full musical, but we do have some new images, at least, that we can use as evidence from this trailer. We see Belle in some different outfits than we've seen before, particularly the white one. That one's new. We saw the red cloak from There's Something There reprising in the animated version. It's largely this looks close to the animated version, which may be a good thing or maybe a failing. However, they're just trailers to work off of at this point. So I have nothing to say but positive things in my hopeful state, pre-release. This extended TV version, yes, there is old footage that we've seen, like the wolves. It did seem to focus more on Belle and Beast together. And we have seen, of course, before how they were going to animate Lumiere and Cogsworth, which I always, in my mind's eye, there's just a no footage available black screen, because it's just like, how? How do you put a face on a candelabra?
I have thoughts about all of this. So
you don't gotta be positive.
All right,
do what you want to say.
I am a huge Disney fan. What you have to ask yourself for any remake is, what does it add to the story? And especially because the medium was so perfect and everything was so well executed in the original, what does having it be in live action add to the narrative or to the characters or to the visual aesthetic? And for this one, I think what they're hoping for is that the sumptuous visuals are going to draw you in, and you're going to get to see Beauty and the Beast in live action with people, with actors that you really care about. Emma Watson's fantastic. Can she sing? We'll find out. Should they have cast a singer for this?
Probably.
Well, probably.
Well, this is a completely fair criticism to make, because you do have to ask, how is this better than the original? I mean, when we looked at the Watchmen movie, it was like, how does this add upon the classic book? And it didn't really.
Yeah, Watchmen, I have a whole other thing about Watchmen
and the medium. However, I don't think it achieved
supposed to be
what
the
it should
medium
ideally
comic
achieve.
book. John C's life as a comic book. It's a long story, but yeah, I don't feel that any of these Disney remakes are really necessary. And this is from somebody who
loves it,
is just dying for more Disney content. They could give me anything and I'd love it, but I still think these are not completely necessary. Also, I got to bring up the dress.
You don't like it?
I don't.
Which one? The yellow one?
The yellow dress.
I had Emma Fife here, and she was like, that yellow dress, man.
I feel like that original dress is so incredibly iconic. The silhouette, the ruffles, and this, they're creating kind of a Rococo world for the live action.
Yeah.
And to have a dress that is very simple and stripped down, and the color, and it looks kind of like a prom dress.
yellow
is
instead of gold.
highly inappropriate.
You
Yeah.
know, Emma was talking about, I say Emma as if I know her, in interviews, that she added something to this version of Belle, which is that she wanted her to be, you know, she did say, I don't want her to be this corseted girl. I want her to be able to run around and take action. She decided, I don't know if she decided, but they did change that Belle would be the inventor now, and Maurice would be, he's building music boxes.
Right. Well, I like that change. That is something that I feel that was good. Was it worth remaking a whole movie for it? Don't know. But
fair.
she worked very closely with the costumer for that dress, and I feel while she is a very talented actress and an eloquent woman, she does not have the training to be a costumer. I feel like that the decision should have been left up to the costumer. And I mean, corsets it was just a thing back then. It didn't have to do with mobility. I've talked to a lot of costumer friends that have said that that's not necessarily like the function of a corset. Was not to restrict. It was for, I'm not a costumer, so I can say, but the dress doesn't look as iconic as it definitely could be. The Cinderella dress, I feel like they did a great job on. This one, I'm not a fan of.
I like her peasant looks.
I do love those though.
Those do look like
great.
Something someone might wear, albeit exaggerated colors. Well, I mean, these are fair. These are fair things to worry about as we are waiting for the movie to come out. I suppose we will find out on March 17th when the movie is released. And I gotta say, I did look at that anniversary edition Blu-ray of Beauty and the Beast. It's damn near flawless. It's great. So this is a tall order to fill in terms of adding something new to the property and making something masterful and artful, but in its own way. So I don't know, audience, what do you think? Is it on its way to become its own iconic piece of film history, or is it a shallow imitation of the original? Please let us know what you think below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.